factors govern enforcement. Most people believe enforcement escalates, that if you apply enough pressure, file enough disputes, remain silent long enough, or simply wait, something eventually changes. That belief is the reason nothing does, because systems don't enforce effort, they don't enforce intent, and they don't enforce time. They enforce records. The most common mistake people make is assuming enforcement is reactive, that if you escalate your tone, increase urgency, or signal dissatisfaction strongly enough, the system will respond. That's the human model. Systems don't work that way. Threats don't create enforcement, they create noise. Disputes don't resolve positions, they extend arguments. Silence doesn't imply agreement, it simply leaves things unchanged. And waiting doesn't move anything forward. It only allows the existing record to continue operating. None of these actions change the record, and systems don't act outside the record. Systems are not emotional. They don't interpret frustration. They don't weigh fairness, and they don't infer meaning from silence. Systems execute instructions, and those instructions come from recorded positions. A system doesn't ask what you meant. It checks what exists. It checks what's documented, what's acknowledged, and what's been entered into the record. That's why enforcement feels automatic, because it is. Enforcement is not a reaction, it's an execution. Once a position is recorded, the system simply follows it forward, not because it agrees, not because it decided, but because that's how systems operate. No change in record means no change in enforcement. Most people stay trapped because they never leave the reaction level. They argue outcomes. They contest treatment. They respond to pressure with more pressure. All of that happens downstream. None of it touches the source. The record remains intact, so enforcement remains intact. This is why people feel ignored. It's not personal. Systems aren't listening. They're executing. And until someone moves upstream, away from reaction, away from emotion, away from expectation, nothing changes. Once you understand that records govern enforcement, you stop reacting, you stop waiting, and you stop assuming pressure creates resolution. You begin to see systems clearly, not as adversaries, but as mechanisms that follow what's recorded. And when you understand that, you stop chasing outcomes and start positioning.